Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here for ntmarkets.com with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart of the ES, and we talked yesterday about the fact that the bears really had to do something. They had to follow through. They had to make yesterday a red day. They didn't do it. What they did was what they always do. When we came through, we punched the lower Bollinger Band here. They could not hold the middle band. And at that point, it gets to be like the other rallies. Then the bulls basically have clear sailing back to new highs, and they just run the same game plan. They take it right back to new highs. So we punch the upper Bollinger Band, and the bears push back a little into the close. But we wake up this morning and we find ourselves right back where we were, up at 1568, 1569. 1569 is our Globex high. And what you're starting to see now is you're starting to see these Bollinger Bands expand out of this long compression. You can see, whoa. Okay, I zoomed in here. You can see the blue line here starting to lift here. It's starting to lift off, and you can see these bands starting to get wider. This, I don't want to get dramatic here, but the bears are at a real crossroads here. They have to turn it around. And if they don't, these bands are going to expand, and moves like this out of tight compression tend to run much farther in the direction of resolution than one typically, anticipates. And that means higher prices. And it doesn't mean higher prices for a day. It means higher prices for multiple days. It means another leg up. So the bears have had every opportunity to knock it down. They could have done the opposite down here, but they lost the middle band. They gave up 15 handles. Then they gave up the middle band, and then they gave up new highs. So the cards, the odds, are stacked against the bears, just as they have been for this run. So in looking at the pivots, let's talk about the pivots for a minute. In looking at the pivots, you can find these on our website, Princetontrader.com. You've got the daily sitting at 1562.58. You've got double pivots 1555. And the 20-day sits at 54. I wouldn't be surprised to see 55 on a dip today. There's going to be a little bit of give back. But there was a lot of trouble with the 1561 area last night. That was the area where the initial morning high bumped into 61. Then we went back down and we made a higher low mid to late morning. And then essentially when price was able to break through 61, we were off to the races. So 61 is a big level for me. If they break through down below 61, then you get into the double pivot area 1555. But what is really important to me, and I highlight this every day because I know some of you watch every day. I know some of you are just finding the webcast. I know some of you are watching me for more than a year. The 45-day pivot is 1538. Peak price is 1569. That's 31 handles. It's neutral. We don't start calling things overbought until we get into 50, 55, 60 handles. And with the bands starting to expand and lift off here out of this area, the potential to go find 50, 55, 60 handles spread with the 45-day pivot is very, very possible. So I would be very careful shorting this market. At the same time, we've had a tremendous run up off the lows. If you have been long, just be smart about it. Take profits. The market gives you ample opportunity to do that. It also gives you ample opportunity to reload on those profits as you buy dips. So be very careful shorting in here. Okay, everybody have a fantastic day. Fed Minutes at 2 o'clock. Everybody will be watching those. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com for ntmarkets.com. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.